You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is going on? Welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. Of course, I'm your host, Denny Mussolini. Just in case you guys didn't know, I just want to welcome you to our show, man. There are over 29,000 of you guys on our phone lines, in the chat room, Google Hangouts, Skype, the browser, all the plugins that we use. You guys are filling them up, and I'm so appreciative of that. So check it out. So yesterday and today has been a very, very crazy day. We usually send the email out sometime, the day before, announcing like different shows we have. So even though we sent out the email, there were no posters. You have to forgive me for that. We was on layovers and delayed flights. There's storms and whatchamacallit. So long story short, or rather short story long, however it goes, I ended up having to get a car, instead of waiting on my flight from Memphis to home. So you can imagine, I'm just now getting into the studio. So very, very, very long day. Okay? And I'm kind of tall, so my legs are cramped. We're cramped in that, tiny car and that. But we had to Uber from Memphis back south, so. But we're here, okay? We're here, and you guys are here. So that's all that matters, right? Yeah, I think so. So how would you guys act today if you were totally confident, highly successful, happy, and fulfilled in your life? Ooh, what are you talking about, Deanie? Well, how would you walk? How would you sit? How would you talk? How would you work? Imagine yourself acting as if you had it all: success, effectiveness, confidence, and fulfillment. And then do it. Walk the way you would walk if you were smashing success. Talk the way you would talk if you were totally confident. Enjoy every moment the way you would if you were completely fulfilled. Now, realize this. When you take successful actions, you are successful. When you act confidently, you are confident. When you live out fulfillment, you are fulfilled. Your actions determine your reality. Act as if you already had it, and before long, guys, you will. Take that from me, Denny Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or the book, or film, or even the business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create these marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. Big ups to my folks who are indigos, crystalline, or the starseeds, for my vigilantes audience family, for my hooligans, and shout out to my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're in a struggle like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 5 solid years. I appreciate to all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, films, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology revolutionaries, visual artists, from authors to professors and vampires. Or people who think they're vampires. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out to book your interview or to appear on my other show called Skeptics. Email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com, and that's V as in Victor. We hope to get the stories behind these unique people and give them a chance to tell their truth to us and the universe. That is Vigilantes Radio sole purpose. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Share that number with your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the home page, you can slap that go live button and you'll be here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab them from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, Player.fm, YouTube, any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
Well, tonight's interview is the Sakhari Interview, and again, I am your host, Deanie. Like I said, man, guys, I'm just so glad you guys are here with us. As always, you guys make my night. Oh yeah, you make my life so complete. Sometimes we over here at Vigilantes Radio, we find ourselves wishing that we could show the audience, you guys, the behind scenes of every artist that we've talked to, and show you their journey in this world that we call the music business. There are ups and there are definitely downs, but if you're an artist too, like I am on certain degrees, then you know that it never comes easy, and it's real work. The music part of it is fun and easy, of course. You know, the work comes when you have to tweak this and tweak that, and Facebook this and Facebook that, and snap this, snap that. You know, that marketing stuff. Yeah. That stuff. And performing is also fun, but the hard part is rehearsal. But, you know, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about our special guest. So with that, let's go ahead and welcome him to our show. Hey, man, you're now live in the mix with all of us. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to be here.
Awesome. How are you, man?
I'm good. Just chilling at home, you know, working hard on a couple of tracks. You know, that's all I've been doing recently.
Definitely. So first things first, did I get your name correct?
It's, Sakhari. Sakhari.
Cool deal. All right, man. So a sincere welcome to our humble little podcast over here. Catch us all up to speed. I'm sure you brought the entire crowd, the 29,000. I'm sure they're all here for you. But for the lucky ones, or the unlucky ones, who don't know who you are, let everyone know the inside scoop of what's been happening in your life as an artist.
I mean, right now it's been a little ride. You know, I've been working hard on an EP recently this summer. I just released it out around like May, June-ish, and I've been releasing a couple of singles after it, and it's starting like now after doing a lot of, you know, tweeting and stuff like you were saying. You know, it's a lot of marketing kind of stuff, but after that I started getting a lot of success in my Apple Music streams, you know, kind of blowing up on there and getting a couple 100,000 you know, streams on there. So things are starting to go, and so now I have to like go into the studio and meet these people here and here, and, you know, put some great content out for my fans and stuff, you know, just working on building and getting some growth. So that's what's been going on right now. Just I'm hoping to keep working and get you guys some more stuff.
Definitely. Sounds like fun times. Yeah, man. So, like, why do you think music chose you? You know, the usual question is, why did you choose
great
music?
Question.
Yeah, but why did music choose you?
Well, I don't know, man. It's just, to be honest, like, I thought like from my background, really, like, my parents are from a different country. They're from Pakistan, and I was born here in America, in Syracuse, New York. And so, you know, obviously, like, being Muslim and stuff with my religion, we didn't have like much of connection to music because it wasn't just something that my parents wanted for me or what my culture is kind of a part of. But, you know, there's different, you know, I grew up with people who were working on music, and they loved playing the instruments like guitar and piano. So I grew up as a kid just listening to all this stuff, and I was learning all the old classic stuff that people know, like, as I got way older. I was late to the game, you know, a little bit, and I just, you know, because I was learning, like, the Beatles and stuff, like, way later than people would ever even hear of the Beatles. Like, they would hear it when they're kids, like, I never did, you know? So I just, like, all this music kind of just, I don't know why, but it was just always there. It was always there. I was in school, always doing chorus and always doing this. I just loved singing, and it's just, it's a blessing and it's a curse because I have to work. I mean, like, I have to do it. It's the only thing that I ever want to do. I'll never want to do anything else. So it's, you know, it's just it's even when it gets really low, I just gotta keep doing it.
Definitely, man. Oh man, so you're also a musician, correct?
Yes, sir.
What instruments can you play?
I play the guitar and the piano. But piano is my main thing. I recently learned, I got like really good at it from my first year at Berklee College of Music. That helped me out really, really, you know, it helped me a lot. So I've been getting really good at piano. That's my favorite instrument to play.
Definitely. Do you incorporate this into your music or into your recordings?
Of course.
Really?
To be honest, like, yeah, because every song that I've written, I've put out 8 songs right now, or 7 songs, soon to be 8, as Sakhari. I used to rap songs as my former name, which is my actual name, which is Saad Bukhari. So I just kind of, like, Sakhari came from my real name, and that's what I loved. But I produce all the instrumentations or beats or whatever that you guys call it. But, like, every song that I've written or put out, it's been my own instrumentals.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Talented. Who do you think you got it from?
I don't know. I mean, I did it when I was a kid. I would always just make like stupid beats, you know, like I'd make like really like just horrible stuff, and I would do it as a kid, and I kept doing it, and I would learn. I mean, obviously, I would watch a lot of my favorite artists, you know, like when I was younger, Justin Bieber was like the young kid doing stuff, and right. I love singing, and so I was like, oh, he's a kid doing this. Like, this is what I want to do. It's possible, you know. And then I look back, and Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson was a kid growing up doing all that stuff. I was like, wow, that's so cool. So, I mean, I just kept doing it. I mean, there's a lot of failures, but once I got serious into it around like high school, it just kind of started flowing.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Yo, so listen, I got started very late. I was well into high school maybe when I first heard my first rap song. You know, like, what? Yeah, high school. Yeah. It was because of my religious, you know, background.
Right.
I was in some type of bubble, you know, so I didn't know what was going on outside of that bubble. But yo, that first rap song, man, changed my entire life.
I know what you mean.
You know, yeah. Matter of fact, I stole my cousin's tapes because of it. So, you know, it spawned something on the inside. Nah, just playing. But yeah, I definitely started the tapes, and it's been like music ever since, you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, hip hop has a big impact on me too. Like I like to learn from a lot of hip hop artists. I definitely take into account like their lyrics, you know, like, and I'm like, oh, maybe like a singer, like pop singer can kind of do that kind of stuff, and there are artists out there that do that, you know, like Bryson Tiller to me is like, he's more on the hip hop side for sure, but he does like he sings, you know. So like I wanted to do something like just do like, I love singing pop music and stuff, but I can also make these words mean something, like a lot. And I think that it comes from a real place, like how all these artists are writing about it, their own experiences, then that can help me get a connection with my audience.
Definitely. Do you think that's why you fuse the genres together? Like you have pop, you have like urban R&B and hip hop all combined into one.
You know, I remember like how you were saying, like when you were like in early high school, again, you listen to your first hip hop song. You know, I kind of did the same thing. I was like around like 8th grade or 9th grade. I met my best friend like around there, and he showed me Drake. You know, and Drake is, you know, people controversy around him. You know, like sure, he's like he's a pop artist and he's a hip hop artist, but I love that, you know, and that was something I connected to, and I was like, I think he's great at both. I do think he's really great at both, and so he's definitely my favorite. You know, right now he's my favorite artist. He's really killing it. He's something I aspire to be, try to be better at. You know, what he's doing. So, I mean, I heard like "Shut It Down" by Drake, and I was like, whoa, that's very like melodic and slow and meaningful. Like he's doing both, and then I followed that. So, you know, then I started going into all of them. You know, J. Cole, Kendrick, all of them, Lil Wayne. They all inspired, you know, the whole fusion of pop and R&B and hip hop. So
definitely, man. I have a little theory on Drake. So back when MySpace was really huge, and Drake was still doing Degrassi, I was on MySpace doing what he does now, and I think he heard me and he kind of like just took my whole style. So that's the story, and that's what I stick with.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, a bunch of my friends always say, like, I mean, a lot of my friends are big fans of Drake. I got a couple on the other side who are like, man, he steals everybody's stuff, and you know, I mean, I look into him, I watch him all the time. I hope he doesn't. I really don't think he does, but you know, there's always just gonna be that thing like surrounding him.
Yeah, man. I mean, but Drake, I mean, we watched his evolution, and of course, people will say that once you embody certain elements in your music, and I'm sure you're going to come across it as well as you get older, as you experience more life, as you know. Music's going to come, and it's going to come out of you in different ways. And you stole that from, you know, Deanie Mussolini.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But in actuality, you're just growing, you know.
Exactly. You know, I was thinking the same thing. Like, one of my friends came at me. He's been like my childhood best friend, and he, like, we're still good friends and everything. He's just telling me that, you know, oh, Drake like probably stole this from X or something, and or like the London stuff that he was going into. You know, like like the British UK like hip hop style or the what is it, One Dance, you know, and like people are like, oh, he's stealing this type of music, and I'm like, nah, dude, he's just like, he's experiencing things and he's starting to like adapt to those music cultures. He's just like making music that's around him, you know, and like he travels a lot, he does all this stuff, and whoever he hangs out with, we don't even know. And I mean, like, people don't know half of anybody's of all these artists, you know, like they don't know half of the story really. And so, like, I mean, how it's so hard to show through everything. So, but I mean, we always try to do our best, but we really can't show you like everything because, you know, it just gets really clouded.
Oh yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. So, the industry is always changing with methods and new formulas. Lately, there's been a trend of like the singles strategy where, artists have released like singles or half an album or in EP form, mixtape form. And I see that you kind of taking this approach. You have 3 singles, that were slated to release in September, and then EP to follow. Is there an advantage to this?
Here's my take on this kind of single strategy, and the thing is, like, I only did this right now to just get the music out because I've been sitting on it, and I was like, people, I don't want to hold on to it. I was so excited for people to hear it. It's like if I get excited, everybody else gets excited. I was like, you guys gotta hear this, and it's gonna come out soon. So I'm just gonna I had the 5 songs done, and my friend was like, why are you holding on to these? I can't wait to have them show everybody. So, even that's how I felt. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my music out there as Sakhari, as this new name that I have, and this kind of different style. And then so that's what I'm doing with these 3 singles after the EP, because I wanted to get like more and more content for people to be like, okay, he's consistent, And the thing is, like, I'm not looking like the single, like the blow up stuff is like, it's so cool and everybody really wants that. But I'm actually working on an album, and I want to have a big body of work that people can look at and say, whoa, like he had a continuous thought, went all the way through, and it's very consistent. And there were some songs that popped out like this, and I think that's what makes the best type of artist. In my opinion, I see like a lot of my favorite artists like started out like before they were really big, they had like an album or 2 or a mixtape or 2 out, and that was like, it kept their sound consistent. So people got used to their voice and was like, they have all this I can listen to. That's crazy to hear. And then that's the 3 songs that I'm starting to put out is something just like to keep people to keep people interested for the album.
Definitely. Are you considering these singles to be your independent debut?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Like, is this your way of introducing yourself to the world?
I think so, yeah. I think when the album comes around, people will get to actually know a lot about my story. These singles, they're individualistic in each of their own ways. So like, one of them is like a ballad. I play this beautiful piano I got to play in a studio, and I just did some meaty stuff to it, like violins and stuff, and that was like it's very singy, very pop, Then there's like the song Breakdown, which is more like dance, like an R&B kind of side, so people are like, oh, so he's doing this and this, and then like I have that third one, Threads, which is coming out. It's actually coming out the 9th, and it's going to be like a very like somber song, very sad, like guitar with the different types of MIDI instruments that I got on there, and it's like it's something super. Right now, it's not like all one thing, and that's what I want people to get used to, is because that's how the album's going to be. It's going to be like changing with my emotions.
Nice. Do you have a title for it?
Yeah, the song, the album?
Yeah, the album.
I'm not gonna release that out yet.
Okay. So when are we getting this album then?
I'm hoping by the end of this year. So get geared up. So that's I'm gonna try to put a couple more singles even after these 3, just to kind of keep people interested. But I'm just gonna take a little break and kind of keep on to 17 songs on this album. So gotta put a lot of work to it.
Definitely. I'm getting excited, man. Full-length album.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Dope. Make sure you hit me up, man, when it comes out. I'll support.
Oh, of course. I'll send you the link.
Definitely. So, man, what does success look like for you? How do you envision success?
Success to me, I think just playing shows for a lot of people and getting my music really heard, because my music is meant to like help people, and hopefully I can give back. I want to make enough. Money is important, and as a musician to kind of build off of your career and help people as you go along your way, you know, because I want to give back to my city, and I want my, you know, Syracuse is kind of a small town city, but it's starting to kind of get some growth here and here, you know, and so I'm thinking success for me is to give back, you know, start helping people, and with my music, you know, get some good, you know, for my music at least, you know, get some albums out and hopefully try to get a Grammy, you know. That's, you know, I want to have like a really good musicianship and people respect me, and I think that's what I think the success is for me.
Definitely. Does it come to you naturally when it comes to expressing your innermost feelings in your music? Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's like it's an outlet, you know. Writing stuff is an outlet for me. It's if I meet a girl, or, you know, like I run away from home for a day or something, or, you know, I get a lot of, I like to live my life, go out, you know, hang out with friends, but like that stuff, like I come back home, I don't like to talk too much. I mean, I don't like to talk too much about my feelings to like other people, but when I'm like, you know, I'm gonna sit home and write with my friends, you know, and my friends aren't even musicians, they're just like people who think with me. They don't, you know, they just think the same stuff, and I can bounce back ideas to them, and they don't even know music. They love listening, but they just like, you know, excited for me to work. So, you know, they help me out, and I just write all the time, you know. Like I used to actually have like a diary, you know, like I would write all my favorite days out and stuff, and that's how I kind of got into it, you know.
Definitely. So, for the sake of how can I say it, spilling your guts on a record, when it comes to like, because I'm sure you're writing real stories from, you know, your experiences. Yeah, I'm sure these experiences involve real people. So when it comes to like ex-people, ex-girlfriends, do they ever hit you up like, are you talking about me, Sakhari?
Yo, so yeah, I mean, it actually causes a little drama here and there, you know. I mean, like, I definitely feel it. Like, I just recently with Breakdown, like, I did a promo for it, and and it's like the promo for it was like on my Instagram. It's me texting somebody, or they text me and they say, hey, I know what you're doing, and like you're writing songs about me and stuff like that. Then as soon as that happens, I get a ton of texts, or just like my friend calling me saying like, yo, somebody thinks this is her and stuff, and I'm like, this is exactly what the promo is talking about, which is kind of ironic, right? So, but I mean, like, and you know, there's a lot of drama that comes around. In my life, there's some things, you know, that just happened that, you know, I got to experience and had some lows, and, you know, and like had some highs. So I mean, people are always on my case about, you know, like, oh, we should like write about this, or like, are you sure you should say that or something? But I mean, I think, you know, like, it's for the people out there. You know, I know a couple people might be a little upset here and there, like, especially about some of these girls or the exes, you know. But some girls, I mean, like, love it. I wrote a song on my EP for a girl, and she knows it's about her. Super excited. She like loves listening to it, and, you know, like, yeah, it's all love, you know. So it's just like a great environment to kind of. I think most people are supportive around here, so it's a great environment to kind of just put that stuff out.
Right on, man. So how much have you learned in the process of gaining exposure? And what about gaining exposure have you learned that you could share with other artists who wants to begin? Right.
Well, being in any type of spotlight, whether big or small, you want to make sure you're not, you know, coming off too, what's the word? I don't know, too needy or something. You want to make sure you want to seem like you're hungry for it, you want to be successful, but you gotta make sure everything's perfect, you know. And that's my thing. Like, I think that when you put out something, when you put out music, when you put out a picture on Instagram, put out a tweet on Twitter, think about it, you know, and give it some time. Don't annoy your fans, you know. And I mean, because just right now it's just a little small, like in a small setting. You're kind of like starting to grow and starting to get a fan base. You wanna just keep them involved, but don't get them, you know, like like, I don't know, it kind of gets like to a certain point where people are like, you know, stop posting on my feed, right? So like that's something I saw, because in Syracuse, I mean, there's a lot of hip hop in Syracuse, and that's why I kind of got into like fusing this R&B, pop, and hip hop all together, because all around me there's a bunch of artists who are rappers, or even at the studio I go and the producers over there like love making like trap beats and stuff, and I'm like, a lot of people are always up in people's faces and stuff, so when I saw that, when I started, I said, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna take a second, and I'm gonna think about everything I do. You know, you gotta think about what you say. You gotta think about, you know, who you're, I mean, even how we're talking about, like, who you're writing about, you know? Right. So it's like, you just gotta be a good person too. You gotta set examples for people. I'm working on a video for one of my songs, and like the one night I decided to go out in a while or something, you know, people want to start working, you know, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I should just not go out, because then I will set a better example for the people around who want to work on this and get excited, you know? So that's when it's important for every artist to set the better example, you know, always be on top of your game, always say like, you know, I'm gonna, as much as you want to go out or whatever, I'm gonna stay in, and maybe I can go out and get people excited about the music, or maybe you know, I'll help you work on something I should be working on, but I'm gonna help you anyways, or, you know, do good deeds, you know, give back, do some charity, and, you know, you don't even have to let people know about it, but just stay good, you know?
Right on. Yo, have you started performing yet?
Not really. I mean, I've performed, like, when I was at school, I performed a lot, at Berkeley, because that's what they train you to do. But like, I just recently have been like talking to people, starting to get some shows and stuff. So it's going to be cool, because I didn't want to go out and do a show and have like 20 people show up, you know, because I was like, go big, you know, we should do it right, have like visuals in the back and cool lights, you know, and from the money off of the EP that I've been getting from the streams, like I'm ready to get, you know, like a big show going. So I think now I'm just starting to mobilize with all the music that I just started putting out, and learning some covers on the way. I just actually did like some live sessions at a studio, and like felt good to play with a band. So, you know, I'm trying to get a band to perform with me and get it really like immersive, you know?
Definitely. Hey man, 20 people is not a bad number to perform to.
No, I mean, obviously, like, it's good to like, play for your fans and stuff. But, you know, I want to do, you know, I always said I just want to do everything right the first time. And like, once you get like a little hype, you know, you might try to get a big crowd, and so people always come back. You know, they're like, that was so much fun. That concert was awesome. You know, and I'll always, I mean, if people are really, really in, like, getting into my music and stuff, like, 20-person concert, you know, I'd love to do that for you guys, you know? Like, if it would be intimate, and it'd be a great moment for me to connect with some fans, so I would love to do that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, the smaller crowds are more intimate. I mean, well, you can make the setting more intimate when it's just, you know, a handful of people.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes, in the case of performing, you're performing to a room full of other artists, you know? Right, and that kind of defeats the purpose, you know. But
it does.
That's stuff you have to go through as you're growing, you know, in performance.
Right. And I mean, I started getting comfortable with my voice like around last year. So like, and like I'd feel like a bunch of people always ask me to sing on the spot. And so recently, like this year, I've always just been singing in front of like a couple people here and there. You know, they're like, oh, just sing for us the song or something. And you know, like, it's a lot of pressure, but like, this is something for other artists too that I think is important, that you should whenever somebody tells you, yo, can you sing right now, like, for us, or like, you know, like, oh, like, even in the family function, your dad or you know, my dad like always asks me to sing in front of like a random party, you know, like, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, you know. And people love it, you know. People are like excited about you because, you know, you're confident, you know, and that kind of stuff helps you in the future for performing on stage, you know. Because at first I was like, I could perform. I've done a couple of performances in front of a lot of people, and I was like, it's so much easier performing in front of like thousands or hundreds of people than it is to perform for like one or two, you know, because like you kind of feel like it's one or two that like I really don't know, because you get a little like you see them, you know what they're thinking, you can kind of you can connect with them. You connect with them
right.
so much, and that's why like a 20-person concert, you connect with them and it's really intimate. So like definitely keep singing in front of people when they ask you to, it's important, or rapping, for that matter,
Yeah, definitely. Man, if money wasn't an object, like you just had an unlimited budget, what would a Sakhari show look like? Would you be bursting out the ceiling,
Oh my God, man! You see the Drake?
Paint the picture for us, brother.
Huh?
Paint the picture for us. What would your concert look like?
You see the Drake concert, right?
Yeah.
You know how he's got that whole screen on thing? Like I went to that show in New York, in Madison Square Garden. I swear, I've been to his Ovo Fest in Toronto like 2 years back, and this concert was way better than his whole festival from 2 years ago, right? And I was like, whoa, how is that? Because of how immersive it was. It was crazy. There were so many people, and like my concert, like I would do something something similar, get like, I don't know, I want to have like a stage that can reach out to a lot of people, big stage setting. It would have visuals and like lyrics written up for people, and I would buy like, dude, if money wasn't an object, man, you would do the most, have like an open stadium, like, and have like planes and fireworks shooting out and stuff. I would, that's just I couldn't even imagine the perfect show. It's just gonna always be different because we're always changing,
Right. Sounds like you're gonna have some problems with the fire marshal. Planes going by. Oh man, but that'll be cool though. That'll be real cool. So, what is it about New York that continues to be a good home for you, for your music?
I mean, just growing up in Syracuse, like New York it just is my home. Like it just is. And so I feel like I knew a lot of people growing up not liking where they're coming from. And like when I went to college, when I went to college, man, this is what really ticked me. I was like, dude, this is nuts, because I was fortunate to live like a good, like I've had a lot of troubles in my life or whatever, but it's always about how you end up, and it's always how nice you are at the end. Like you can always overcome these things. So like, and people like in Syracuse, like it's a small town. I want to get out of here, like, and stuff. Like like you can do that. Go out and explore your life, but always come to your roots, because that's like where you're from. And so for me, like Syracuse, like so many people, like I brought people from LA, who like my friends from college, and I brought them over for spring break and Thanksgiving, and they were like, everybody I met at Syracuse just like doesn't like Syracuse. I'm like, dude, that's odd, because like me and my friends, we love being here, and it's just, I guess it's just situation and circumstance, but most people are usually like disattached from it, and I think that you need to help your city, because I want to see Syracuse grow. I want to see it, flourish. And I got a friend who is like down in the middle of the city, so I'm always down in downtown Syracuse, and I'm looking at all these buildings. I'm like, imagine if we had like shops like all around here, and like a theater or stage like right over here, and everything was just picked up clean, and people were always walking around, and like just like, cause I love going to like New York City. Like I always go down. I've seen New York City a lot of times, and
right on.
I'm always thinking, this is the place. New York is also like very accessible with all the small towns that you see. People are coming from everywhere. A lot of towns, people are coming from everywhere, and they always like converge at like NYC and stuff like that. They always go down to the main city, but like you can always come back. So that's why I love New York, man. I think there's a lot of great people here, and I think that it can have a brighter future.
Definitely. All right, guys, it's time to apply the pressure. After the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the hot seat. That's where we literally burn his seat up, We'll ask him to, maybe sing for us, maybe do poetry, inspirational speech, a freestyle rap, maybe he's good at jokes or stories, or even play a live instrument. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight, and tonight we'll find out if Sakhari has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have Sakhari with this song, Breakdown, and we'll be right back.
I never saw a future looking quite like this. Back then we were close, but now it's hard to reminisce. I know you hear my voice singing for you all the time. So tell me why we're putting up a fight like this. Hold up now, take things slowly. Life moves fast like heat sweat told me. Make it last forever. Hold me in your past or forget about me just like that. Everybody's gonna miss somebody, so I love it when you're around me. I'm getting tired of showing you over and over again. You know that I will try to right my wrongs in every song. You're tearing me to pieces and you're breaking me down, breaking me down, breaking me down. Figuring me out, thinking you know me, 'cause you think that you've been breaking me down, breaking me down. Take a shot, rewind. Got a lot on mind and all. Need you to call. I see you dot, start, won't write what you thought that night and all. I need your call. All that time we lost, imagine what we could have found. What you said in private should have been said out loud. It's been a year, oh yes my dear, we've already had our time. And all I'm left with now are jewels up in the sky. And I will try to right my wrongs in every song. You're tearing me to pieces and you're breaking me down, breaking me down, breaking me down. Figuring me out, thinking you know me, 'cause you think that you've been breaking me down, breaking me down. Take a shot, rewind. Got a lot on mind and all. Need you to call. I see you dot, start, won't write what you thought that night and all. I need your call. I shouldn't really care, but I do, 'cause everything I said, it was true. Look what we've been through. That pic I took of you. Let's travel back there soon. Unravel that same mood. But first, there's a puzzle you gotta do. Because you're tearing me to pieces, yeah, you're breaking me down, breaking me down, breaking me down. Figuring me out, thinking you know me, 'cause you think that you've been breaking me down, breaking me down. You're tearing me to pieces, yeah, you're breaking me down, breaking me down, breaking me down. Figuring me out, thinking you know me, 'cause you think that you've been breaking me down, breaking me down. Take a shot, rewind. Got a lot on mind and all. Need you to call. I see you dot, start, won't write what you thought. Make it last.
Oh yeah, we are back. Man, that was Sakhari with his song Breakdown. What a dope record. Dope vocals, the melodies were on point, and that little breakdown at the end, man. But you guys should have seen me, right? So while the music was playing, I unbuttoned my shirt, flipped my collar up, and turned the fan on. It's like dancing in the wind. man, I'm telling you, guys should have saw it. I was fly. But yeah, that song is real dope. Forget that image right about now. And let's get on with this show. So sometimes you just got to make it happen. Nothing gets done by accident. Great achievements do not fall out of the sky and land in one's backyard unless you're Justin Bieber and you have a YouTube channel. They take time, focus, and commitment. You must know where you're going and precisely what you want to do. And then you must do it with persistence and commitment. If it's going to happen for you, you must make it happen. Opportunity is everywhere, yet it is not something for which you should sit and wait. Opportunity benefits those who act on it. It is useless to those who wait for it. I know some artists, they have the dopest music in the world, but it's sitting on a hard drive and nobody's listening to it. What are you doing that for? Put it out. So guys, you got to look around you. All the successful businesses, all the love and relationships, all the scientific breakthroughs, all the beautiful works of art, engineering feats, and other accomplishments that you see are the result of commitment. Someone made them happen through focused, disciplined action. You can have anything if you use your time and commitment to make it happen. That's how Jay-Z got Beyonce. But you can hear that from me. Take that from me, Denny Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But for right now, let's bring back the man of the moment, Sakhari. You're back live with us and in our hot seat. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Hot seat, man.
Yeah.
Got me worked up.
Oh, yeah. Hot seat flames.
All right. So what do you want? What do you? I think you want me to just go?
Yeah, just go.
I'm ready. I mean, I think I'm just gonna sing a little bit of my single "Chance" that I just released recently, and it's one of the three songs that we've been talking about. So, do it.
All right, that'll work.
Said I know that you got love on your brain. Take care, girl. I'm just saying. Where Rihanna and Drake got them better than Beyonce, yeah. But you and I are both kids at heart. We don't really know love is a start. We're both independent, and I've said it, and I'll say it again. More than just friends. Time escapes us as we're growing older. You gotta know that when I'm with you, a minute feels just like an hour. You got power, so you're hiding, but you're a star, you shine through. How would you feel if the one that you love said that you're never enough, but it's not true? I don't give a baby, give me some time. You make me happy inside, I need you. So give me a chance, baby, I'll be in love. Don't break my heart, girl, is that what you want? Just leave it to chance, girl, just fun and just dance to our favorite songs, we'll have fun and romance. So give me a chance. Just give me some chance.
All right, get out of here, man. You're such a professional. Yo, I am super impressed with you. Let me tell you guys, usually our interviews are scripted. I write out scripts for the show, like exactly what I'm going to say. The jokes are improv, of course, because I'll leave that part out. But yeah, and I didn't send Sakhari a script because we were in flight and transit and all that. But he answered every question that I just popped into my head, like with the most professionalism possible. And he just played live professional like a mud. Either that or his PR prepped him. No, I'm going to let you be great. I'm not going to take that from you. I'm going to let you be great. Yeah, he's a true professional. Thank you so much, man, for your talents, dude. Let everybody else know where they can connect with you online.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, my Instagram and my Twitter and my SoundCloud are all at the same thing, is at I am Sakhari. And most of my social media stuff promotes my music, and it's out on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you can listen to it, Pandora, you know. And sometimes I'm putting stuff on YouTube, which is just Sakhari. I got a music video coming out, and I hope you guys follow and keep going through this journey with me, and hopefully this album that's gonna come out soon is gonna make everything happen for all of us. You know, it's our story, not my story. So thank you guys so much.
Definitely, man. And guys, just in case you didn't get those links, they are in the description of this episode. So all you have to do is click the links, and they'll take you right to Sakhari and not to me with my shirt open with the wind blowing, which is actually a cool sight. But yeah, this is Sakhari's moment.
Good vision.
Dope, man. What? Dude. Man, yo, so definitely let me know when the album comes out. I'll definitely cop maybe one or two, maybe give one away on the show. Especially if you have any physical versions, we'll love to get a few of those as well, and get those as giveaways on the show. Dude, like I said, man, I'm super impressed. Super glad you decided to do the show with us tonight. Yeah, I have a new favorite artist. Dope.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. This was great talking to you.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm just going to ride around the city and just play your music, and hopefully, you know, a few girls jump in the car.
Have fun with that, man. I think it works. I've heard a lot of success rate.
Yeah. Try that. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Danny Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable, because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace, and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.